Mr. Harry Darby. Hello, Harry.
Hello there.
How you doing, mate?
Could be better.
You could be a lot better, couldn't you?
A hell of a lot better.
So,
Excuse my language.
that's all right, mate. So the big news for you in the last day or so is that they've closed Ventnor, they're closing Ventnor Winter Gardens.
That is correct.
Of which is one of your main venues.
Absolutely. We had 72 shows booked for next year.
Wow. So, I mean, where does this leave you, Harry?
At the moment, in a fog and in a mess.
Yeah.
Because, as you most probably know, or some people may not know, I've signed contracts with artists.
Right.
And if they don't appear, then I'm got to pay the full amount of the contract.
Without any ticket sales?
Without any ticket sales.
Yeah, so let's keep this on a positive footing. Obviously, you know, a lot of people are suffering because of like these cuts and that, but on the positive side, we want venues, right? We want venues to keep these major acts coming over to the island.
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, you're putting on like the Searchers, you've had like some of the biggest names out there, and you know, this is going to be terrible for us, really, as we're just going to end up with the same old acts again.
Absolutely, absolutely. We tried, everything we do would be big names.
Yeah.
Joe Loss, Glenn Miller, Essence of Ireland, the Grimesthorpe Colliery Band.
Absolute tons. So let's go backwards a little bit there. I mean, how was you informed about this?
Well, I was informed by someone who works with me, ringing me at 6:30 last night to saying they'd seen it on the Ventnor blog.
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
I contacted one of the powers that be who said, I was going to let you know tomorrow. You
should have been told instantly.
Absolutely.
Should have been the first one there.
The decision was made, I believe, on the 22nd of December.
Right.
And wasn't divulged because, rightly or wrongly, there are certain people at the theatre, about 15 people at the theatre have been made redundant.
Right, yeah, that's another bad sign. I mean, was you not even privy to, you know, being part of the argument to keep the venue?
No. As far as we were welcomed with open arms, all our shows were confirmed back on lists that we'd booked those dates.
Yeah.
A week before, we were asked by one of the employees to let them have material to go outside the front of the theatre for the February shows, which we did do.
So right up till like yesterday, it was all roses for you?
Yeah, till 6:30 yesterday.
I can't believe that. It's so amazing. Now, apparently, one of the reasons they've put forward is that they've took away some funding from Ventnor Winter Gardens.
This is one of the reasons. That evidently the county council took away a grant of £23,000.
23 grand, right. So, I mean, that's the major reason why they're closing it?
I don't know. I'm not privy to the rest of it. There's been mumblings about taxpayers' money being wasted.
Right.
But the point being is, over the last years, they've had nobody of any note, and most of the time the theatre's been dark.
Yeah.
Now, a dark theatre, as you most probably aware, is a recipe for disaster.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just like silent radio. It's just
absolutely.
So I mean,
you wouldn't get many listeners.
No. So I mean, what amazes me is you've got 72 acts for that venue. Surely they can make a profit from that lot.
Well, if you work out what they were charging us to go in at £400 a time,
yeah,
by 72, that more than equates to the grant that they've lost.
Yeah.
Plus, they get bar increase sales, they get restaurant sales.
Yeah, there's revenues from other angles.
Other streams, yes.
Yeah, I mean, apparently you're interested in actually taking over this side of it.
Well, I am so worried about what the island is becoming that people who want theatre have been deprived of it.
Yeah.
And I am quite keen to either lease it from the town council,
yeah,
with a view that ultimately to buy it, but you can't buy something in 10 minutes. And
no,
I've
you
got
can't.
3 shows for February, and then in May I've got 15 shows on.
And I mean, you want to keep it alive for at least until that period, just so you can, you know, oblige your contracts.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can see that. So, I mean, basically, we're obviously going to put our full support for you to try and get that done. But I mean, if you know, if it hits the fan, we're going to have to find some venues for you.
Absolutely. You know, we're looking at, you know, at the moment any big schools who've got not Medina, because they've got the Medina Theatre, and they can't accommodate us. But Sandown High and people like that have got large halls, which we could put some of our shows in, the smaller ones.
What sort of audience amounts are we looking at?
Well, I mean, the average the seats at Ventnor, there's only 436 seats there,
right?
And we could fill that every time. But some of the shows, which we've got somebody like Eric Knowles of the Antiques Roadshow.
All right, yeah.
Is coming to do one and do valuations.
All right. That'd be interesting.
Now, we expect an audience of about 200.
Yeah, and a queue probably as well.
And a queue, yes, but they have to buy a ticket before they can come and get value.
I can imagine them walking in there with all kinds of sundries.
Absolutely. But that's the sort of... We've also got an author who writes about Ventnor and that coming to give a talk.
That'd be interesting. Ventnor's a really interesting town,
what
actually.
What we're trying to do is give a cross-section for the whole islanders plus the holidaymakers.
Yeah.
Now, we have two summer shows booked. One stars Sid Little of Little and Large, a midweek one, and then a Sunday one, which is the Minstrels.
Oh, the Minstrels, yeah?
Yeah.
I know a bit about the Minstrels. I mean, they were famous with...
Absolutely, and every Sunday night they were on television.
Yes, they was, yeah. They were massive. I mean,
that's what I'm trying... And the people, after the Drifters, which you were very instrumental in promoting for us...
Yeah, we did push it.
People were shaking me by the hand.
That was an awesome show, apparently, wasn't it, that one?
Absolutely, and it sold out.
Yeah.
More and more. I could have sold more and more tickets, but not enough to sell it out twice.
No. So, what are we looking for here, Harry? We want venues. We want some support for you to see if you can actually go and try and get, like a temporary license to run your shows there. Anyone out there that's listening that can help us with this, get in touch with us. Do you want to give an email out there, Harry?
Yes, it's info
at
Harry Darby Media.
At Harry Darby Media.
Darby, and I'm not being big-headed, but it's Darby. Otherwise it doesn't get through. harrydarbymedia.co.uk.
So there you go, guys. If you can email Harry there. If you also want to email us, it's studio@vectusradio.com. We'll be happy to pass any information on to Harry. All right, Harry, I hope things look a little bit brighter in the new year, mate.
Thanks, Ian. And all the best for the new year for you.
And it's Lee. So...
Lee, I was really right. But you can see what state I'm in, can't you, Lee?
It's not an insult, mate. It's not an insult. Take care, Harry.
Take care.
Cheers,
Thanks
mate. Bye-bye.